Hey there guys and gals, welcome back to Back Pocket Game Reviews, and today we're going to talk about a little bit of exciting news. And let me kind of preface this by, did you know 2004 was an amazing year for games? And you might be like, what the hell does Mr. Pocket mean by that? Some of you are probably too young to really remember what 2004 brought to the table game-wise. For example, Half-Life 2, the original Star Wars Battlefront, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I mean, I can keep going. This literally was a tremendous year in games. Even the original Fable came out that year. Now, specifically, we're talking about a game that came out in, well, November of 2004, and I'm referring to Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. I know a lot of you are like, oh my god, is he talking about a computer-only game? I sure the shit am, because it's actually one of my favorite games of all time. I know you've actually probably all heard me mention it before on here a couple of times, just very low-key, because this is a game I really never anticipated being able to have this conversation with you about. It was a cult hit. This game did not sell well until it was too late for it to sell well. This game was long dead by the time it took off in popularity. And you might ask yourself, well, if it's such a great game, why didn't it do well? It came out the same month as Half-Life 2. Yeah, I kid you not, that alone should kill a game. And literally like a month or two before that, Counter-Strike Source came out. Yeah, it was a busy year in computer games. It was back when Valve still made games. But here you have a game that was extremely well reviewed, but did not sell at all. Like, at all. And it's really hard, because like when you go back and like, let's say you try to play it now. If you play the vanilla version, there are a lot of issues with it. And some of you are probably like, oh, but you say you don't like mods. You're right, I don't. But fortunately for Vampire Masquerades, there is a community that surrounds it so strongly that they fixed a lot of the things that the developers couldn't fix because they didn't have money coming in, and well, their publisher was pretty much just like, we're done. I believe it was EA, if I'm not mistaken, who published Vampire Masquerades. They also laid off like 350 people the other day. But we recently got news that they are making a sequel to Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. Some of you have probably seen it, some of you probably haven't. If you haven't seen the trailer, you should go check it out. Just type in Vampire Masquerade 2, it'll pop right up for you. You don't need the Bloodlines part, you can toss that out on your search. However, the full name is Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I know, it's a mouthful. Now, for those of you who don't know what this game is or understand what it was, if you are a PC gamer and you have not played this game, stop right now, stop what you're doing, go on, log into Steam, download the damn thing, and play it. I have the game, I'm telling you, it's an amazing game. It's probably one of my favorite games on Steam. Even though Steam isn't where I made it the furthest into this game, I actually played this game on Impulse first, back when I still worked at GameStop. Yeah, Impulse, for those of you who don't know, was a game competitor to Steam. It was like a download store, and GameStop bought them, and then they went out of business, and then I lost my access to my games that I had on there. But I got a discount on there, which is why I bought on there. Yeah, it's a long story. The matter of the fact is just go buy it on Steam. Okay, cool, great, thanks. You'll really enjoy this game, and what it is it's a first-person RPG. But it's a weird kind of RPG because it takes place in like this gritty kind of city. I mean, like a crime-ridden thing. Like, the best way to kind of explain this is probably like Sin City. It's kind of like a Sin City, but with vampires. Yeah, lots of vampires. It is a really fun game. It is tremendously interesting and tremendously dark and odd and quirky. And I will say, if you do decide to pick it up now, there are a lot of mods that fix issues with it, that enhance the graphics on it. This is a game that is much better with mod support, and a lot of that's just because, unfortunately, the developers didn't get support from their publisher. Because the publisher wrote this game off as a loss, yet it's one of the biggest cult hits probably ever in gaming. I would say it probably has one of the strongest followings out of a failed game. And that's the weird part, is cult classics usually refer to, they didn't do well. Like, they didn't sell well, but everyone who plays it absolutely adores it. So some people call the Rocky Horror Picture Show a cult movie. I don't really like it, but I can see why. It's not my cup of tea. It's alright. I do like Tim Curry. That's probably the only redeeming factor to that for me. But, again, it is really exciting to see this get a sequel. This is one of those games where, you know how, like, everyone's like, you'll never get a Half-Life 3. You know how you'll never get a Half-Life 3? This should have been the same way. And it's weird, because it came out the same month as Half-Life 2. So you kind of, like, think about it, and you're like, that's odd. That's odd. Maybe we'll get Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed because of Vampire Masquerade 2. Not really. Would be funny, though. It really would be funny if this was like the way that they're secretly kind of tipping everyone off. I could see Valve doing some dumbass shit like that, too. Because it's Valve. However, if you do have a gaming PC, actually, if you don't even have a gaming PC and you have integrated graphics, this game should still probably run pretty smoothly on your computer. It is not an intense game. I mean, it runs on my laptop and I've got integrated graphics. I just have some high specs outside of those graphics. So I don't think anyone should really have an issue running this who is interested in it. However, I am excited though, because this is the biggest part to me. Sony is hosting the trailer. So you can go on the PlayStation website, or the PlayStation YouTube channel, and you can see the trailer on there, which means this game will be coming to console, and that is my preferred way to play, because I don't enjoy playing with the mouse and the keyboard, and oh, you can play with the controller. No, yeah, it's the shooters and first-person games on PC literally aren't great without a mouse and a keyboard, and I am not good with a mouse and a keyboard. But I do think you should try this game out. At least look into it. Hell, watch someone do a stream of it. Maybe I'll debate on streaming it, but I am literally incapable with a mouse and a keyboard, for those of you who aren't aware of that. But it is a very unique game. It's a game that I could probably tell you no other game has really been alike to. I would be very hard-pressed to tell you, like, this game's almost very similar. And that's rare these days, because copying and just re-putting out sequels, that's an ongoing thing. But this game that came out in 2004 still maintains its uniqueness today. I think this is the closest to being a PC fanboy you all have probably seen me. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Maybe you'll see me on Steam here in the next couple days playing some Vampire Masquerade. I already have it on Steam. I'm not on my PC often. Guys, I will see you all soon, and I would love to hear your comments about this. Have you played Vampire the Masquerade? Do you recommend people go out and play it? Do you think I'm overhyping the game? I don't. I really enjoyed this game. It's kind of like Naughty Bear for me. Not everyone enjoyed it, but Jesus, did I love this game. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I am curious to your thoughts. As always, I like interacting and hearing what you guys have to say. Even if I don't have a response back, you'll see a little heart. It does mean that I read your comment, because I read all of them. A heart just means that it was a comment I felt okay putting a heart on. I just didn't have a response to respond back to. If it's a hateful comment, you won't see a heart. And if it's something extremely controversial, you definitely won't see a heart. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, you can click the subscribe button, ding the little bell. Ladies love Back Pocket Game Reviews almost as much as they love stick, and bitches love stick. So, guys, I will see you all soon. I'll have plenty more content coming for you.